Welcome back to my channel. I am excited about today's video because we're talking about 3 topics that sometimes myself I deal with and I struggle with. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go through them one at a time because I want you to be able to find them later if you need them. And as always, I'm gonna back it up with Bible. That's the only way to do it because the Bible never changes, right? We're gonna back it up with Bible. The first topic that we're gonna talk about is God's delayed doesn't mean denied. One more time. Delayed does not mean denied. God's timing is intentional, even when it feels like nothing is happening. A lot of times in life, we want things to happen instantly because we've been programmed, or I don't want to use the word program, maybe that's the wrong word. No, let's stick with it. We've been programmed to get things right when we want it. For example, we no longer got to go to Blockbuster. Y'all remember Blockbuster? We no longer have to go to Blockbuster or Redbox or anything like that. You literally go to your television and anything that you want to see, you can see it instantly. That's not the way God works. But that's okay. It's okay that God isn't an instant God because his timing is definitely different from our timing. Just imagine, right? Something that you wanted instantly, happening instantly, and you realizing you not wanting it. Sometimes God's delay is our protection, and we really, really, really have to understand that. I'm going to say it one more time. Sometimes God's delay is protection for us. I'll take a delay every now and again. I don't be understanding it sometimes, but on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, I didn't want that anyway. Now that I really think about it. So let's back that up with the Bible. Habakkuk 2:3 says, though it lingers, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. The waiting room is hard. I had a video from way back, maybe end of 24, where it says, the waiting room is hard, but still I wait. Because when I tell you, I'm sitting in what I waited for. I am literally sitting in what I waited for. And I am so grateful that God gave it to me when he knew I could handle it. Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. God's timing is absolutely perfect. And again, sometimes it can feel hard to wait for something that you know you want. You know you want that thing. And this is a reminder to myself because honestly, this last 2 weeks has been a battle for me. The last 2 weeks have been such a battle for me, and waiting and discipline, that as a human being, it's not easy. But I know that if that isn't God's will for me, it'll be beautiful. And I'm okay with that. Again, delayed does not mean denied. God's timing is perfect. And it's beautiful when he actually does what he says he's going to do, because God is a God that cannot fail. Never failed. Your earthly father is not your heavenly father. Your earthly father is not your heavenly father. Your heavenly father doesn't break promises, ever. All right, let's keep going. This one is another topic, right? We're going to switch a little bit. And it is, you can't heal what you keep entertaining. I know. You cannot heal what you keep entertaining. Healing often requires separation from what is hurting you. Healing requires separation from what's hurting you. And that is so hard sometimes. Sometimes you have to let go of family. Sometimes you have to let go of friends. Sometimes you have to let go of jobs. Sometimes you have to let go of spouses. churches, businesses, business partners. Sometimes you just have to let go of those things so that you can heal. You know, Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your heart above all else. How do you guard your heart when you're not willing to let go of what's hurting you? Are you truly a protector of your heart? If you see something hurting you, can visibly see this thing is hurting you, and you're still like, please, I want this. And it's hard. As a human being, as a girl, I know how hard it is to want something or someone or some place, and you know you gotta let it go. You know you have to release it, because if you don't, it's not gonna be good in your favor. So I'm gonna say it again. You can't heal what you keep entertaining. And I'm gonna say something. The company you keep is so important, because people do judge you by the company you keep. And you can sit in the world and say, oh, I don't care what anyone else says or does, but someone can see you in a position with someone that they know does not look like you. Haitians have a saying. Haitians have a saying. I'm gonna say it again. Haitians have a saying. Neg sa pa sembleu. Tifi sa pa sembleu. They don't look like you. And that is not an insult, but a lot of times they say it in a loving way. That person don't even look like somebody you're supposed to be with. Neg sa pa sembleu. They don't look like you, babe. And I want to say this. Let's go back to the Bible. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Bad company corrupts good character. The verse is again 1 Corinthians 15:33. Bad company corrupts good character. No matter how much you try to guard your reputation, right? If you're in bad company, there's a good chance that their character is going to rub off on you a little bit, and you're going to think certain things are okay. Things that you never thought were okay are now okay because this person's doing it. I encourage you to protect your character, who you are, how people see you. This life, you only get one. There's no do-overs. And if you're asking God to heal you, but you keep going back to what broke you, you're really just breaking God's heart. I'm not going to say that again because that hurt me too. So let's talk about the last topic. Let's get into number 3, right? It's obedience unlocks what prayer can't alone. Obedience unlocks what prayer can't alone. Prayer is powerful, but obedience activates results. Obedience is a form of faith. Imagine asking God for something and then just sitting and not moving towards what you asked God for. Are you obedient and what you prayed for, knowing that it's coming? You know what obedience looks like in your life. Are you really taking those steps to be that version of you that is an obedient person? So let's go to the Bible. Deuteronomy 28:1. If you're fully obedient to the Lord, blessings will come upon you. Obedience is hard because you can hear God tell you something. And you're like, God, why would I do that? Well, you know that if you don't do it, He gonna remind you why you should have done it. You should have did it. But you didn't did it. So here we are. You should have did it. Now, there's a few questions that come with that though, right? Are you obeying God the first time? Because I don't know if you know this, but delayed obedience is still disobedience. And God is telling you to do something. Are you waiting, saying, I hope he picks somebody else? I had to get quiet for myself because sometimes I hope he picks someone else, but he doesn't. And I still have to do what he told me to do. So yeah. I am going to close this number 3 out with this Bible, right? James 1:22. Do not merely listen to the word. Do what it says. A lot of times people talk bad about the Bible, but it's literally instructions to life. It's really God saying, hey, these are my expectations. Where you at? The Bibles are instructions to how you should live your life. And I am 1,000,000% here that we all fall short of the glory. We all, every single last one of us, fall short of the glory. But in those times when we are falling short, are we referring back to the word? Are we referring back to God to say, all right, God, I see what I did here, but I'm about to get back on track. I got to get back on track with a few things. I am not innocent at all. I am guilty of, not listening the first time. So I get it. I'm going to close with this. Some of you guys don't need another word from God. You need to obey the last word from God. One more time for the people wait in the big. Some of you do not need another word from God. You need to obey the last word he gave you. That's how I'm going to close that. Again, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for rocking with me, watching my videos on my channel, and, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I really love you guys and appreciate you guys. And if you don't follow me on my other socials, please do. I appreciate you.